I don't know. I think you might have to log in under my channel or something. What's going on, guys? Been a while since I've chatted on live here. My freaking food.
I don't know. No. Love you.
Love you too, babe. Pause this bad boy. What's up, brother? Not much. Oh my. Yo. Hello, ATF agent. Hello, ATF agent. Do you get paid by the late hours? Did you hear about... No, I didn't hear about the scenario. What's going on? Oh, there's Bacon right there. Hold on, Bacon. Let me try to figure out how to make you a mod. How do I do this? What the shit? Can I do it on here? I have to close all this out. All right, so go on here. Add the channel, pin response, add mod. There we go. All right, now I need to close this out. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to take care of something I've been meaning to do for a while. All right. Who is the gun nut? Chris Chain. What's your opinion on the Scar 17? I love the Scar 17. It's honestly one of my favorite rifles. It does everything I wanted it to do. Like, it actually runs, it's accurate, it's light, and it's a 308. Love Honcho's Garage content, by the way. Thank you. Yeah, I just started uploading to that channel. Don't worry, it shouldn't affect this because I actually got a video uploading to here. That's why I decided to go live, because it wouldn't be uploaded till probably midnight, and it's too late to drop a video then, so I'm going to have to upload that one tomorrow. The new Dodge is running great. I'm exceptionally pleased with it. Now, it's not a race car. If you want a race car, you got to get a Hellcat. But it gives you everything you want out of a family car. Plus, if you need pass, make evasive action, something like that, it's got the brakes and the power to be able to do that. No, I've never used brake cleaner to clean my guns. Oh, do you think of... Hey, there, you're... Yeah, I figured it out. My phone was just frozen. Umbrella Corporation. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Resident Evil games. I watched a couple of their cartoons, and they weren't bad, per se, but I didn't really get into them. Cartoon I am really getting into is Invincible. Man, that cartoon is just... like, oh, very good. Very, very good storytelling. Used it on my 60 back the day. Oh, they're fun. You guys can check out. Are you going to supercharge a 3? No, I'm not going to supercharge a 392. That's just a family car. That's literally my girl's car. Aside from a couple of cosmetic things she wants to get done, it's staying absolutely factory. And then my automotive channel I started will ultimately buy me an actual Hellcat. Thoughts on the Strybog? I've never had an opportunity to touch a Strybog. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Myself, I've never had an opportunity to play with it. Anyone have a link to the new channel? Searching, but no luck. Yeah, I just uploaded a video. It's not even going to be searchable, but here, I'll post a link in the comments. Or can I post a link on here? Maybe. No, I can't post a link on here because it's I have all links blocked. Let me try logging in under my actual channel and posting a link. I have to be on my phone because I'm not wearing my glasses and I can't see what you guys say if I'm not on here. There, I got the link posted. That's my new channel. Any brands you stay away from? Any car brands you stay away from? No, because I did automotive professionally for a long time. So the shittier the car was, the more money we could make off of it. I used to not be a Dodge fan because it's what, like 8% of every Dodge tranny that rolled off the assembly line. I don't know about recently, but as of like 2003 or something like that would fail. I absolutely hated Dodges until I took the Charger for a ride. Then that changed everything. I'm like, wow, they did a really good job building this car. I'm putting a plate together this week. Want to beat the AK? Badass. I can't wait. I love testing the plates a lot. I love seeing what you guys put together with that. Did you ever think about Ford Tour Show? Did you ever think about that? I drove one once upon a time. It was cool, but it didn't. Like, I drove it and I instantly started thinking about different mods I could do with it. Now, I haven't drove any new one. I haven't drove one since like 05, 06. So it must have been like an early 2000s version. 8-speed is great. Yeah, it's really nice and it shifts nice. Like, I'm not afraid to like paddle shift or go through the gears because it doesn't feel like a slush box. Now with the Malibu, I'd try the paddle shifting and like it just felt slushy between the gears and stuff, so I never touched it. I just left it in drive. But the Charger, yeah, I feel totally comfortable shifting through gears. CRS, did you know car leaf spring is just under? I did not know that. That explains why they make a lot of knives out of leaf springs. Yeah, I haven't seen a new. I don't think I'm pronouncing it right. Torsho. I think that's how they pronounced it. Changes are good. Is it 4-wheel drive? No, it's not a 4-wheel drive. It's just rear-wheel drive. Is this car channel or a gun channel? The channel you're on right now is a gun channel, but I built a second channel for cars because I like mechanics, like not specifically car mechanics, but how machines and stuff work together to accomplish goals. So I've always been into automobiles, and I was ultimately gonna like this may have been a gun channel in the beginning of it, but or a car channel. But in the very beginning of my channel, I uploaded both car and gun content, but the gun content outperformed the car content, and I didn't have the money to make car content. Gun content's a hell of a lot cheaper, so I wound up going in the direction of gun content. BMW M5 shows super fast output. The used car market is insane right now. Yeah, it's crazy. I was quite disappointed I could not just walk into a dealer and test drive the best that a company had to offer. I couldn't just walk into a Subaru dealer and test drive an STI or anything like that. And those are the kind of cars I'm interested in. And so it was a struggle. Oh, yeah, weight's huge. I think, well, let me figure it out with the calculator. Goes in there 5 times. So that'd be... All right, so let's take 90. 550 divided by 10, 55. So 290 divided by 55. I think the Charger right now has like 1 and some change horsepower for every 10 pounds. So it's not that fast. You get up to like 5 horsepower for every 10 pounds. You really got something special. Weight makes a huge difference. You could take like 35 horsepower and throw it on a single pound, and it's going to perform, pretending that could actually happen. But you get what I'm saying. Like, weight's a huge deal when it comes to performance. I want to help Ervin. Just donate to his GoFundMe. There's nothing new right now. Yeah, I don't have any new information about Ervin. He's still got his GoFundMe up, so that means that it didn't get shut down, because it was going to get shut down the 25th if his dad couldn't prove his identity. I already knew that he did, because his dad's friend let me know that, yes, he was able to receive the funds and that, but still, like, I just wanted to wait till July 25th. Hey, what do you think about the M1014 first shotgun? I was looking at a Maverick 88, 870. If you can find one that somebody's already modded out, I would think about a Benelli M4, but I spent, my God, just a stupid amount on the Bear shotgun, and then I had to put damn near the same amount back into it to make it run to the point where I felt a shotgun of that cost should have been running at in the first place. Didn't come with tritium night sights. I had to modify the load gate, not load gate, but the thing that holds the shotgun shell in the tube, that had to be modified because it was overly tight. I had to put a heat shield on it. What else needed to be done? The point is it wasn't ready to go out of the box. CRS actually stands for Coloma Resale, because at one point in time, this channel actually used to be called that, but I didn't get any views. It didn't sound tactical enough. So I just changed it to CRS Firearms, because at that time I was more heavily invested in the gun shop at that point. So I was kind of using this as an advertising platform. I'm ultimately going to break away from the shop, because after the whole ATF incident, it like really highlighted like, hey, I'm kind of a liability for there. But I haven't talked to Dad yet to let him know. So I still got to bring that conversation up yet. So I'll still probably meet subscribers and stuff there, but I want to make it so I'm not there on a day-to-day basis. Therefore, this way the ATF can't someday be like, oh, hey, well, you're there on a day-to-day basis. And because we're hypothetically raiding you, because you have access to that, we're also going to raid the shop. So I think I've become more of a liability than a benefit to the shop. Plus, it's my brother's dream to like work there, and he's handicapped, so he has troubles with that sort of thing. Now, I'd hate to screw up an opportunity for him. Again, I got to talk to my dad about this and see what he thinks. Conversation I don't want to have, but needs to happen. Spaz 12 worth the money? Yeah, because it's cool. Like, if I was... Is that Spaz 12? Yeah. If I was looking at a tactical shotgun for home defense or something like that, no, I would not buy a Spaz 12. There are just shotguns that can do it better, lighter, and faster. Or I should say cheaper. So under that context, no, I would not buy one. However, if I had the cash and I already had like my home defense shotgun, I would most definitely buy one. I mean, shit, it was in Jurassic Park. How much cooler of a shotgun can you get? The Terminator used it? Like, what? That is an awesome shotgun. Firearms Unknown was great. Yeah, that was really cool. I actually did the audio for that video like a month ago. They put a lot of work in their videos. It took them over a month to produce that episode. Hey, Dark, if you want to jump on the stream, shoot me a text. I'll invite you in. I like the option of semi and pump. Well, yeah, but a Benelli, what is it? M3 or M1? I don't think it's the M2. It's one of the Benelli M numbers. Can also do that. And it's a cheaper shotgun and it's lighter. Do you like the Henry lever action rifles if it has a side loading gate? I've never been a fan of the tube fed. I just think that's stupid. Like, they're encouraging the shooter to flag themselves with their own firearm. I don't like it. I gotta have the side load gate. If it has a side load gate, yes, I'm a fan of it. Just miss you all though. Why don't you do super chats? I do super chats. All you got to do is press this little $sign right there and you can do a super chat. Let me see if I can hit that. See? Hey, y'all. What's up, Swamp? Coloma means Coloma, Wisconsin, north of Westfield. Yes. We're about 10 minutes north of Westfield. Maybe not even 10 minutes. Depending on what car you're driving, it can be 10 minutes. Lego Man has a channel that I believe he has been keeping people up to date. Yeah, he does everything on his channel. Crazy, what Spaz 12 are you going for? I might be shadow banned. Thank you for the super chat, Bacon. 243. Awesome caliber. Oh, yeah, I actually did some testing today on a 243 against, like, actual tissue. The results were interesting. You guys will like to see that. It'll be in the next video that's coming up to date. Why do you think you were shadow banned, Gun Drone? Thanks, Dark. Super chats are available or pay by your phone. 45 minutes south of Point. Yep, that's about right. Spaz 12s are selling for $4,000 right now. Holy hell! I didn't know they were that expensive. Last time I looked into one, they were like, how were they? I think $1,500. And I was like, but that was back, in like 2013. Would you buy a lifted truck? That all depends on the truck. I mean, see, there's two different types of lifting in my book. You got lifting for a reason, like an actual reason, and then you got lifting for style. Lifting for style, no. I just don't like those trucks. Now, let's pretend, for example, it's going to make some shit up here. So, in Matt's little fantasy land, everything's going to work out, so don't beat me up if nothing's right. So, let's say, for example, I have a 1980 Chevy, and I want to put 35-inch tires on there, but only 33-inch tires will fit without jacking it up like 2 inches. Now, if I jacked it up the exact amount I needed to fit those size tires under there, because we're going to pretend, Matt's little fantasy land, you absolutely need that size tire to be able to do something, then yes, that's a different story. Again, it's got to be for a reason, and it's got to be the exact amount you need, because raising your center of gravity is never good. Like, you have no idea how many fights I've got in with hillbillies trying to explain to them the lift of the truck does not give them the ability to go through things. And I've even brought up the point, I'm like, hey, how come this four-wheeler that's this far off the ground can go through more than your truck? That's not lifted. So why do you feel it necessary to put a 12-inch lift on your truck, and you can't even do the same job this four-wheeler can do with a 4-inch lift? Then I try to explain to them, it comes down to tire speed. You got to be able to spin them fast enough to keep the treads clean. You got to keep your momentum going. Your weight makes a huge difference, and they just don't get it. And I'm like, performance is like a bar stool, a 3-legged bar stool. And if you don't hit all the things, you got weight, power, tire speed. If you don't get all of that right and it's lopsided one way or the other, it's not going to work out. But yeah, so yes, I don't mind a lifted truck if it's lifted for a reason. Do you have a first car recommendation? I'm thinking about an old F-150, but I don't know what year. It all comes down to budget, man. Best thing to do is find somebody going through a divorce. Buy something from them. That's where the good deals are. What's up, y'all? I-39, 2281, it was not a problem. Lowrider trucks look cool, but not practical at all. Thank you for the super chat. $4.99. Hey, bro, sorry I didn't get back to you on Instagram. I don't ever check it. My bad. I don't remember what we were talking about. Sorry about that. I actually get a pile of messages on all my private servers, so the best thing to do is figure out exactly what you want to ask me and send it in one message. Sending a whole bunch of messages, there could be a day before I get back down through the pile to get to your message. So ask everything you want to know in a single message, and if you want to reflect back on a topic, bring it back up in a message. Be like, hey, we were talking about such and such, and I also want to know about such and such, blah, blah, blah. It's so much easier for me to answer, your encyclopedia message than a whole bunch of like, hey, so what's your favorite AR-15? Okay, so what kind of ammo would you want to run with that? What type of barrel? Because that could be a week for me to answer all that, and I've forgotten about what we were talking about earlier. Unless, of course, you're a chick with big boobs, then I remember everything you say. Just kidding. Have you ever shot a... No, I haven't. 50 BMG bullpup? That's actually a thing? What's your take on Beretta M9A3? Now, I've never actually shot a real Beretta. Well, I shouldn't say that. I've shot Berettas, but I haven't shot the real Beretta like the M9, which I'm sorry, I'm a failure at life. But I have shot the Taurus, their clone of the Beretta, and I liked it a lot. It shot beautifully. I have to assume Beretta would be better than that. So yes, if it's better than that, I absolutely love it. What happened to this channel, man? It used to be legit. I respect him. Seems like he's scared to blow down power that keeps his YouTube channel. Oh, it's no joke. There is a legitimate fear that someday gun channels are gone. Whether or not they're here, if I make a second channel about automotive and say they just shut off the money for this or they just delete them, I can still make gun content on another platform or something like that if I still have my automotive channel. Now, it'll get tricky because I'm the owner-operator of both channels, and say this channel gets struck down because I'm the owner-operator of both channels, that channel will also get struck down. So that's going to have to break off into an LLC and become its own entity to avoid that from happening. But that's a bridge we'll cross in the future. But right now, the automotive channel isn't making any money, so there's no point in wasting all the time and the headache of doing that. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Would a GAT trigger with an electric? I believe so. Because like they made this glove once that you put on, and it basically had like something that would, I don't know how it was constructed, but I'm assuming it had some sort of like arm that would come out real fast like this. So if you put that glove on and put it into a firearm, it would shoot really fast. Well, the ATF had classified that as a machine gun. So I have to assume if you have a Gatling gun and you put some sort of electric motor on there, that would also now be classified as a machine gun. But nobody really knows what the hell the ATF's doing, so who knows. Thanks for the super sticker. I want to shoot a hollow point in my AK, they will jam. Yeah, I've seen other people try to use hollow points in their AKs with not very good success. And I've seen other people have success, so I think it's a coin toss. beats the brush ball. He just answered your question. Is it not good enough? AK, this will also yes. No, like more on a Gatling gun, it does make it a machine gun. Damn it, wrong one. There we go. Depends on the AK. Just came onto to give a like. Gotta goes. Well, you have a good night then. Thank you for stopping by. I'm doing a Battlefield pickup Romanian. Nice. Make sure to post some pictures on Instagram of your build and then tag me in it. I'd love to see it. Everyone needs to hit the like button. Well, thanks, man. Just asking for a friend. Firearms. What's if it's diesel powered? If the AK is truly military or ex-military, does it shoot hollow points? I don't believe they're allowed to run hollow points at all. You know, pretending that they follow NATO, except for the one sniper rounds, because they argued that it's not a hollow point to expand more, it's a hollow point for more accuracy. So I believe they get away with that one, but otherwise, like, they have to be FMJs or AP ammo, I believe. Now, don't quote me on that. I don't know that for sure. I know that the 50 cal has exceptions with like their explosive rounds and stuff. I don't know if that's because it's considered an anti-material weapon that they're able to get away with that. Again, I'm not NATO. I don't make the rules. I don't know. Now, does the Warsaw Pact follow that? Again, I don't know. I have muscle spasms in my index fingers. Does that make it a machine gun? Probably in the future, your finger will be considered a machine gun. You can put a bicycle paint on it. What would you recommend as far as hog hunting gun setup? That's funny because I actually just tested a whole bunch of firearms against a chunk of pig. So I don't know exactly what I'd recommend. The 243-55 grain, it didn't get enough penetration, but other than that, like everything else, tore it apart. Now, if I had FMJs for that, I have no doubt it would, because the 5.56 didn't have any problems. But again, you know, I guess it's your preference. If I'm hog hunting, though, and I'm not like actually trying to save the meat, probably going to bring something really, really cool. An M34 would probably be ideal if I had the money in an M134, but, you know, I guess it would come down to what you want. And if you're going to be out of a helicopter or anything like that, let your pimp hands swing slow. I would buy a 1-to-1 AR-180. Would you buy a 1-to-1 AR-180? What do you mean by 1-to-1 AR-180? CRS, what's your opinion on the second-gen Dodge 24 Bell Cummins? It all depends if it's filled up with electronics or not. Let me pin that so everyone knows what I'm talking about. It all depends if it's run by electronics. Now, if it's a mechanical engine, I mean, obviously you have the problem of, you know, diesels running away, but pretending it, you know, that's not an issue. If it's all mechanical, I'm on board. Otherwise, I'm going to go with an old 12 valve that's all mechanical. This way, it's completely EMP proof. All you got to do is get enough people behind your truck to push it and pop it in gear, and then it's going to run. Regardless if you took a knife and cut every single wire out of there. All you got to do is feed it fuel. Are Canic pistols any good? Yes, they're great. The problem I always have with them is people hype them up like they're some $500 or $600 pistol, and they're not. You're getting what you pay for. However, it's put together quality. So as long as you're happy with a pistol, like looking at all the rest of the price points in that option, it's a good pistol. You start comparing it against like a SIG or a Glock or something like that, well, it's going to fall short. Now, it will ultimately win because it's a cheaper pistol and people buy cheaper things, but like the actual quality comparison, it doesn't stack up against a $500 or $600 pistol. Against A $399 pistol, a $400 pistol, maybe even $425, it dominates. $45.70 in the skull. Pig hunting on a chopper is my wet dream. That would be awesome. I would love to do that. How's it going, man? Get out of the closet. One easy power, but electronic, I like 12 valve. What do people think about concealed carry AR pistols in their vehicles? What do you think about concealed carry? Hey, as long as the ATF keeps it classified as a pistol and my CCW covers a pistol, pretending you look at all your state laws and they don't have some sort of special disclaimer in there, I'm all for it, because then you can keep it loaded. The biggest difference in Wisconsin between a pistol and a long gun is I can't keep the mag inside my long gun inside my car. So I gotta have my pile of magazines and then my long gun. Now, an AR pistol, since it's classified as a pistol, and I have a CCW, that bad boy can be loaded right up. Texas don't care. What's your favorite pistol for under $500? My God, there's a lot of pistols under $500. Man, I don't know. Probably a used 226 or something like that, because those fall just under 500. What's up, man? From the middle of TN. Tennessee is a nice place. Now, if I couldn't go used, I don't know. I'd have to sit down and think about that. Rex Delta 2. I thought those were way over $500. I thought after Military Arms Channel did all those torture testings, REX just went up in price. Because I know I wanted to stock a couple in the store after he torture tested it, and I swear to God I backed off because they were like $600 to $800. One second, I gotta do something real quick here. Put a little twiddly D there. Add that in. A little skiddly D. Send. There. Now AR pistols are illegal. Just kidding. Oh, where were we? 308 saw deal today. Yeet. Yeet. Don't mind if I stop by this shop and say hello next turn I'm driving up 39. No, I actually like it when people come by. Make sure you call and make sure I'm going to be there first. That's very important because I feel so terrible when people stop in and I'm not there. Typically, I'm there every day till 11, but things come up. Like the 21st will be gone for a wedding. So just make sure to call so that you know I'm there. Oh, I got my CCW and GM. Here we go. Man, can you shoot a 4570? Man, can you shoot a 4570 INA? Oh, in a small pistol? I have no idea. I think a 4570, though, you'd want the barrel to get your velocity up. Those would just be a tank. Like, have the ballistic curve of like a rock dropping out of your hand. All my ears PS works fine. When is the CRS OnlyFans coming out, bro? Me and my girl discussed it, and we decided not to go down that road because we knew if we pulled the trigger on the whole OnlyFans thing, that would consume everything. There would be no more CRS firearms. It would be the YouTuber that went to OnlyFans. Like, so we decided against it. MG42, been subscribed here for a couple of years now. Laugh my ass off. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. And your name does look familiar. I'm pretty sure I've seen you around for a while. CR sex. Push high. Putting a high point. Yes. Firearms. Do you use wood? Don't go down that road, bro. A 4-inch barrel versus a 2.5-inch barrel shows what do you think of the high point 40? Keep up the awesome work. Thanks, man. Green Mountain Mega. Pepper Box handguns, biter, blender, blender. That was hilarious because so I did the audio for that, and then I just put a whole bunch of random words in there. This way they could make it sound more fluid and put it together the way they wanted to do it. You know, because it's hard. Like you give somebody a line and they say that, and then while you're working on it, you're like, well, I kind of wish they would have did this. So I did a whole bunch of different versions of it, and then gave them a whole bunch of random words. And they're like, I don't know why in God's name you just randomly said blender on the audio track, but we actually use that. Say it on your channel. Do you marketing? Good video. So, guy put a VCR tape of himself shooting an illegal machine gun. Yeah, I did see those videos. Is that real? Like, did that guy actually get pinched by the ATF, and now that he's got all these videos of him making illegal machine guns, he's putting it on YouTube? I can't call it the AFT because you know what's going to happen? Then it'll get stuck in my head. And then after the joke's no longer around, people think I'm dumb for calling it the AFT when I'm just trying to be funny like the joke. But now that I've said it a whole bunch, now I'm stuck saying it, and then it'll just come out naturally. Yeah, you got pinched. Did you get my invite? Get at me when you are up in the Green Bay area. Let's hit the range. I actually don't ever go to Green Bay. Like Oshkosh is about the farthest I go over that way. I don't know why. There's just when I was a kid, we went there a couple of times to Bay Beach, but otherwise, I never go to Green Bay. The or the AFT joke will never die. Hopefully not, because sooner or later I'm going to get stuck saying it just because I see it so much, and at least then I can play it off like I was just playing into the joke. Agent Mavis, how the hell are you?
Excellent. We're not live yet, right, officer?
Nope.
Good. How's it going, man?
Not too bad. I haven't talked to you in a bit. Man, I've just been busy lately. I haven't actually talked to anyone. Like, my response level is just one.
Dude, I'm with
Thanks
you.
for the super sticker. Oh, that's cool as hell. What kind of light are you using?
If you click here, so you see the little screens at the bottom of your thing?
Yeah.
Like right below you. Click on the like second or third one, the one that it kind of sucks us back in, but it shows the full view. So I literally just set up 2 lights, But I could do like my name is like the interview joint, or I could do like straight full blue Kim Light glowy style,
That's
or
cool,
just like the
though.
regular one, and I could be like, oh, I'm feeling a little red today, you know, feeling a little maybe I don't know green today, and then you can also put it on fade where it basically just goes through like 200 colors or some
Well, that's
shit.
why you can find out if anybody's an epileptic in your viewership.
Yeah, I just use
Put a
the
strobe light
strobe
in.
feature. Yeah, hold on, dropping shit.
Well, now I want to get one.
Dude, I'll tell you what. I'll see if I can hook you up.
Awesome. Shoot any videos with that GoPro yet?
Yeah, I have actually. You're gonna like the first video that I'm shooting with your GoPro. Which one do you
Nice.
think it is?
I have no idea.
What,
Did you figure out the different lens options I was talking about, though?
Yeah, I basically just messed around with it for a while. Went into settings and all that shit. I think pink is more your color. BWE. Oh, CRS, bro. So this is the dude I was telling you about. BWE Firearms is that machine gun gunsmith has been doing this shit for 40 years. He was on my
really?
stream like 3 hours and 18 minutes, bro. Everyone was like,
Which comic guy is he?
BWE. Are you an E girl now? Yeah,
Oh, there it
only
is.
my fans. BWE Firearms. He's a machine gun gunsmith, and the dude is
Nice.
like literally famous for his Uzis, and it's nuts, man. You need to have him on for sure.
Right on. Oh, if
Oh,
you ever
yeah.
want me to shoot one on your on my channel too, you can transfer it through because I'm an SOT, and I'll just transfer it back when I'm done with it.
Yeah, that's right. He's a 702.
I don't know off the top of my head. I know the 105 243 has a stupid high BC. I think it's in the 600s. I just guessing. I don't know.
So for all the people that are bringing it up, the reason I have blue lights is because the blue Kim light thing. If you don't know about my channel, then you don't know about the blue Kim lights. So sorry, you're gonna get canoed during the boog. Sorry.
It's kind of like back in high school where somebody would make up a word and they'd try to get it to stick, so they get everybody to start saying it. He's just basically doing the same thing with blue chem lights.
Yeah, only they already exist. I don't have to.
I think he's trying to drive up the demand so the production goes up, and then he'll switch it to red chem lights so he can get a bunch of blue ones that cheap.
Exactly. Hey, B3
Pump and
Outdoors
dump
called
scheme.
it.
Pump and
B3
dump scheme.
Outdoors. Yeah, I know, right? Pump and dump. B3 Kim Light Gang. Actually, be careful. Don't say that because people may actually think that like this is a gang when it's just a stream. It's a show. That's it. Yeah, B3 Outdoors was right. My first GoPro video is for the armor, and I got the supplies literally right here.
Nice.
Like I should be making the video right now, but I'd rather come on and kick it with you.
I hear you, man.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I canceled an upload to go on a stream because shit wasn't going to be uploaded till like midnight. I'm like, dude, I haven't streamed since like Virginia.
Yeah,
Like, I need to
dude.
get on there.
Man, I literally typed in there. I was like, man, I miss these. Even being like just on the receiving end of it, not even being in with you, you know. But that was a dope stream though. When we were
Cool.
there side by side, oh man, the days.
Dude, I love the one you and Trump and that. I gotta get it with Hank Strange because he actually texted me before I went to Florida, and I completely forgot about him.
Dude, did you see the one I did with Kevin Dixie?
When was that one?
It was last Thursday.
I don't think so.
Bro, if you want to see, and I'm not just trying to pump my channel. I mean, this is genuinely like the last 2 episodes I did were the best 2 episodes of my entire YouTube existence. And I asked my guest, goddamn bacon, 338. Look at you stepping it up.
Ooh.
Alphabet agencies meet Alphabet firearm channels.
Right?
Thank you. I guess
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, I know, right?
Which thanks,
Oh,
Megan.
CRS, DLD, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah. Oh hell yeah, your Firearms Unknown.
Dude, that was cool as hell working with that guy too. He is an awesome dude. If you live in his area, figure out where his gun shop is and shop there.
Oh yeah,
He's got a small chain of gun shops, but he's been fighting the ATF too.
yeah.
Like it's been crazy.
And he's been
They're
trolling
feds.
them the whole time.
I know.
Yeah, John Trump Live, Super Chat. These are feds. Yeah, we're all feds. We're just out to get you.
He forgot to do the emoji of the guy putting his hands in the air, or
I know, right? Or the
head.
shaking my head. Yeah. I know. Crump is also a fed. Don't let him fool you.
Right?
Thanks, Sugar Tits.
Where do you think he gets all that info from?
I know, right?
They're like, here's your cover story.
Yeah, dude, it's so funny because there's some people that like come on and they're like, CRS is a fed, CRS is a fed. And then a few people specifically, like every now and then people say like, what, it's bound to happen when you're in the public eye, right? And then you posted your video while you were in Florida before you came to Virginia, and one of the same people that has constantly been saying you are an ATF agent, when you said, yeah, they questioned my girl and this and that and blah, 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 he was like, oh, dude, you are totally screwed. Like, hold up. You've been saying he's a fed for months. How is he screwed?
Right?
Oh, man.
Thank you for the super sticker. What kind of car is that? I can't quite see it. It looks like an SI.
Definitely a Ford Focus. I'm just kidding.
Is that where they put the gas tank?
I actually can't tell. Is it? No, it's not an SI. Well, I don't know. It could be a newer one. I'm not familiar with those headlights. Oh,
I'm not familiar either.
Is that an STI? I can't tell.
Well, it's got 4 doors, so it might be. I can't remember if that's where the gas tank was.
WRX or an STI. There are a lot of things. So. Dude, I'm always curious.
Oh, it's an STI.
Oh, shit. Nice.
Man, I'm actually surprised you're still subscribed to my channel. Like, when I talked about why I didn't like that car, holy crap, people got pissed. There are a few videos where I go negative in subscribers. That was one of them.
Dude, I'm telling you, I know a lot of Subaru, WRX, STI people. Like, they do not play, man. They are like cultive. Watch him be like, oh, yeah, thanks for reminding me. Unsubscribed.
Yeah, right. Can I get a refund on that super sticker?
Yeah, right. Who was it?
I hate my car, yo. Oh, I don't blame you. Like, the hype that was around that car, and then when I test drove it, and then my girl started, like, assaulting me from the passenger seat with her words. She was picking on me so hard. She was expecting,
yeah, man. I always envision like butthole puckering speed out of an STI.
Yeah. Like, first gear to second gear, catch all 4 tires rubber,
Yeah. Yeah, man.
And I was literally embarrassed. And she was just picking on me. She's like, if you want a go-kart, I could have got you one from Harbor Freight. And, oh, my God, this is slow. And what a pile of shit. And then she's
damn.
Sing rattles like we're doing 105. What are you doing, 64?
Jesus, man. Sugar Tits definitely is a great shit talker, though. I'll tell you that.
She's seen an opportunity for the knife, and she went in there and just started turning. I actually wanted to like shield my face from her because she was just drilling me so hard.
Oh man. Hey, who's just out of curiosity? No, it's an STI. But 600 horsepower and all-wheel drive is fun. Just smokes oil. So who's First Amendment T-shirts? I see you around everywhere. I may even see you in my streams. But do you actually like have First Amendment T-shirts or constitutional T-shirts? I'm just curious. I would imagine so, but hey, you never know. Because I mean, I'm into shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I spend money on shit like that. See.
Well, you have a good night. Damn it, I'm not looking at my phone.
Subaru is the Volvo for hipsters.
My FK8 eats my
Oh,
STI.
that was Fud Martin said, got to go upload a video.
Oh, you have a good night, Fud Martin. There's someone else too that said they had to go because it was late.
I thought I saw something else in there.
So my third gen Camaro doesn't want to run unless it's going 60 miles per hour and eating transmissions. Yeah, what the hell are those trannies called? Like LT4 or something like that? The name of the tranny is like a shit ton of letters and numbers, and it's like this fucking long. But my
Really?
God, those trannies were slush boxes. You had to get a turbo 400 or a turbo 350. Always, your tranny was hitting the ground.
My Ford Model T destroys all your cars.
Well,
Yeah,
the fact you have
you're-
a Ford Model T, I believe you. Because if you got one of that, you're a hardcore fan, which means you have hardcore horsepower. Nobody has a T bucket without having power in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say
700
you're-
R4. Those were those junk boxes. Wait, no, that don't look right. Because it should have a whole bunch of letters in there too.
I want a Third Amendment T-shirt. That's funny. Well, it's funny because no one talks about anything beyond the first two amendments anyway. So the third amendment is basically saying that no soldier of the United States Army should like hold quarters in a civilian's home in a time of peace. Like, and I'm probably butchering this. I'm not reading it. But yeah, basically that like a soldier can't just kick in the door and be like, "What's up, y'all? Give me your guns, food, and your girls." You know.
4L60E. That sounds a lot more like the one I'm thinking of.
Without payment.
Yeah, people talk about the Fifth Amendment. Ha! Liar!
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they do talk about the fifth.
Subaru heaters are weak as a 98-year-old. Hip.
As a 90-year-old.
Oh, I get it now. I wasn't following. I thought I was reading it wrong. Don't have
Buick Regal station wagon, twin turbo, all-wheel drive, best car made right now.
Yeah, I've went through a couple of 4L60Es myself. That's why when the story about like vehicles I owned, I had that IROC and I wasn't a fan.
You had the what? IROC?
IROC Z. They were a Camaro. They were trying to. I don't actually know what the hell they were trying to do, but it had some sort of ground problem in the dash, so the gauges would do all this weird shit if I turned on the high beams.
Really?
And it ate transmissions, or I ate the trannies up. Apparently, they weren't built up to my spec.
Someone is going to screen grab just that. I ate the trainees up and blast it out there. You are so screwed now.
Soundbite, record.
Yeah, right.
Love how off topic this week.
Oh, bro, that's we're all about that.
IROCs had the 700R. I don't think so. I might be wrong. I mean, we're talking what 20 years ago.
Subaru calls frame rust patina.
Rust patina. That's hilarious.
Did I
You ever
actually...
have somebody try to sell you a gun and they're like, "No, that's just good patina."
Oh yeah. It's like, no, that's pitting.
Yeah, that shit's rotted.
Yeah.
I think I could actually take my finger and push it through your shotgun barrel.
Oh no, the best, dude. So back when I was kind of just getting into guns, I met a dude on this site. It's exclusive to Virginia, and it's to do private transactions. And I bought a Smith & Wesson 5906, which is basically the subcompact version of the 6906. It's like 12+1, single double, stainless. It's a cool gun. It's like an old school gun, and I got it for super cheap, like $3 something. And anyway, meet him. Dude seems legit, so kind of nerves cool down. Like, all right, I'm not gonna have to canoe somebody in the Walmart parking lot. And come over to his car, and he pops his hatchback and he takes it out of a literal rag that was like folded up, and then he opens it up and he like literally almost tosses it over to the side. And he's like, "Here you go, check it out." I was like, "Okay." Take it, take out the magazine, fully loaded with jacketed hollow points. And I'm like, "Oh, interesting." Rack it back in, around goes falling out. I'm like, "Oh God, dude." But I still bought it. Like you literally handed me a hot gun. Didn't even say one word to me. And if I didn't check it, like, come on, dude.
It happens. It does. It even happens in the shop. No, I'm obviously trying to sell them stuff, so I can't ridicule them. Otherwise, they're not going to buy shit from me. So I just like put my foot over it and try to hide the scenario and be like, calm down. Accidents happen. So what are you looking to trade this in on?
Yeah, that's like the best accident that can happen with a loaded handgun.
That's true.
The round comes out. And
I gotta remember that actually, because that would be a great way to de-escalate it. Like, they'll instantly get red in the face and be like, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
I'll just have to remember this is literally the best accident that could happen with a firearm. So
yeah. I mean, that's
it only goes downhill from there.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I've had a few of those.
Somebody was asking what they should be paying for a Glock 17 Gen 5. I honestly don't know, because all markets are just screwed right now. Cars, firearms, ammo, everything's just all over the place. I guess pay an amount that you feel comfortable paying.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely starting to balance back out in favor of the consumer. Like, prices are getting a little bit more reasonable. When all this started, I had a family member that bought a Glock 17 Gen 4 MOS. Yeah, I think a Gen 4 MOS for $850. And I told him, I was like, "Man, like, that's way overpriced, but if you want it and you don't think you're going to be able to get it again," because no one knew what was going on. If, everyone was like, "Guns are going to be banned. Guns won't be available." So he got it. And not too long after that, that same shop was selling them for like $1250. I have a picture of a used Glock 19 Gen 4 MOS for $1250. And they were selling. Yeah. But now I'm seeing them back at like normal prices, like $599-ish, $599, $649, depending on where you're looking. And then of course you're paying transfer, tax transfer, all that shit. CRS, you were on Firearms Unknown.
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
That was a good time. I enjoyed that. It was funny too. They got a little jab in at that person that stole their video when they first made it. And they basically made it popular.
What do you mean?
Because I didn't even know that it was Firearms Unknown. I had seen this video pop up, and then a whole bunch of people share that video, and then they tag, what the hell's that guy's channel's name? Anyway, he discovered it, stole the video, put it on his channel as if it was his own.
What?
Yeah, because nobody knew what Firearms Unknown was. I even PM'd the guy. I'm like, "Hey, can I put this? Can I use clips of this in my channel?" And never responded back. And now I know why.
Yeah,
really.
This
video.
Dang, it was a channel that was monetized.
I don't know. I'd have to look it up because I just found the guy on Instagram, but I'm assuming he also put it on YouTube.
Bro, I posted a video and literally immediately, it got turned off. Monetization was turned off, and it said copyright. I was like, I just made this. What are you talking about? I had one of those like BS like tracks playing in the background. Lately, I didn't realize. So yeah, and I was like, shit. So
YouTube doesn't screw around when it comes to the music industry. Like you don't get a chance to fight it. Nothing.
Yeah,
it's copyright. Period.
Yeah. There wasn't like click
Game
here
over.
to to what do you call it? When you fight it. It was just like, can't do it. Nope, you'll never make any money off this. Any funds will be transferred to the original owner, which is XYZ. I was like, Jesus Christ. For a sample song? Like for a 1-minute video of me blowing up a 1 ounce thing of flash powder, which
Well,
was dope.
I had a video too where two videos. One I used 15 seconds of that song Blackheart, and then another one where I used like 10 seconds of
Impractical Jokers, right?
three videos. The Impractical Jokers as well. And then that one song, I close my eyes just to hear. You know what song? Who
The
sings
Greatest
that?
Showman shit.
God, why can't I think of it? He's like insanely popular too. He did that song in Armageddon. His daughter.
Oh,
Was
Aerosmith.
Aerosmith. Yes, I had used the section of that, and boom, like it wasn't even like released to the public yet, and there's a black $ on it, and all proceeds from this video. I'm like, what? This is like a 15-minute video, and there's 10 seconds of his song in there.
Yep. It's almost like there could be one note of it. It's crazy.
Well, they even took down Crowder that one time for doing a cover of Kiss because they did that Trump song.
Yeah, which is nuts. Like that was a completely different.
Dude, he sung the whole song. It was just similar.
Yeah. Chris Memphis says 1851 Colt Navy. Well, he says Navy, but he's referring to the Colt Navy. Too tactical. You need a pepper box or a duck foot. Hell yeah, Chris Memphis. Isn't Chris Memphis the FBI agent from Shooter in that movie?
I have no idea. No, I haven't done anything long range yet. Hopefully soon. I found a second 1,000-yard range too really close to my house, so there's no excuse. I just got to do it, but I'm lazy. And all the Florida stuff and that kind of put a damper on pretty much everything. So I'm playing catch up right now.
Bro, I'll tell you, like, I'm right there with you. I mean, it's taken me. When did you start the body armor competition? A month ago?
Longer than that.
Month and a half, maybe?
It was the day I got demonetized. So,
oh my God.
3 months ago.
Okay, so it's taken me 3 months to go buy like some basic ass materials. God, I'm so sorry. And I'm not saying I'm sorry like I'm apologizing. I'm saying I'm a sorry ass mofo.
But yeah, it was looking like I was going to get into long range like really soon, and then all of a sudden my plate went from completely empty to just like, okay, so that's on the back burner now. Any
other word, any peep from the lawyer, the peoples, anybody?
Which lawyers?
From Florida?
No, haven't heard anything from them.
Damn.
Which is crazy because I thought they were going to let me get back to Wisconsin and then subpoena my ass down there just to
right away.
Pain.
That's what I thought.
That would have been a tough pill to swallow. I just swallowed it, but it would have been hard.
Another one. Someone's going to take that. I just swallowed it, but it would have been hard. You're just full of them tonight. I love it.
All right.
What's up, Edge of the South? Fudd Modden, welcome back. So it looks like Fudd Modden is waiting on some materials for the Body Armor Challenge too. Looks like you and I are just going to be going neck and neck. What's up, Jeff Manley?
That one guy where he did the files in that, I was actually surprised that I was able to beat that one so quickly. Like, I thought that would have made it all the way up to like 45 grain 223.
Yeah, that looked legit. I guess, I don't know. You never know until you start poking holes through it, you know?
Right. Everybody's got to play until they get punched in the face.
Yep. Mike Tyson said it best. Who was it? Paul Ringo. Ringo says, "What do you guys EDC?"
You want to go?
Start. You can go. You can go first.
Well, since it's summertime and I'm always really close to an armory. No, if I step away from a spot where I'm not really close to an armory, obviously I carry a 45 pistol, an XDS. But usually I'm close to an armory, so I just have a couple of small things on me like brass knuckles. What else do I got in my pockets? Pocket knife.
You need one of those.
Thought I had a razor. Oh yeah, I do have a razor blade in here.
Like just to
Just in case.
Hey, if you don't carry a razor blade and a plastic handcuff key in your butthole, I don't know what you're doing. Okay.
A razor blade and a short straw.
Yeah, that's what we call it at our channel. We call it PWEDC, Prison Wallet EDC. So XDS 45.
Yep.
Nice. I've gone to the I used to be more of like a standard Glock guy, 19s, 17s, 26 even, but about a year and a half, I don't know, probably like right after the shit came out, 2, 3, damn, my timeline is all jacked up. Years ago, I purchased the Glock 43X, and I thought 10+1 was pretty dope. Then the Shield S15 magazines came out, and it was like, dude, 16 rounds, like the performance of a 19 in something that's like 2/3 of the size. So every day I rock the Glock 43X with 16 rounds in it, with another 15 rounder to the left of it, appendix, and then also carry obviously carry a blade. Like, this isn't my typical EDC. This is just a little Kershaw beater. It's actually not a beater. It's it's a decent knife, but I also carry the hot sauce. You got to keep the hot sauce. This is the Palm OC spray. I don't know. I wanted something that I could use to soak somebody down without soaking their shirt with blood.
Sure.
The dude from ASP says it best. This is something that I would use between a harsh word and a gun. It's like the perfect balance. Yeah, and then I'll carry a long gun in the car.
What do you think about tasers? Because I'm not a fan. I think aside from the ones that shoot the prongs, they're fucking useless.
Yeah, I mean, so for civilians, I would say tasers are pretty much useless. Even if you go out and you purchase an X26 or whatever the newer ones are, the ones that shoot the prongs, like look at the rate of like actual like law enforcement interactions and see how often and how well they work. Very little. So your best option is to drive stun or to use a stun gun that is like exclusively set up to drive stun, which is putting it on them and then right, like anything that you have to choose to get up on somebody as a primary self-defense option is shitty. Like even a blade, like this is, yes, you have to get up like close. I mean, this is a utilitarian tool, right? But you have to get up close for this, but this is not primary. So anyone that's like, I don't want to carry a gun, I'm just going to carry a taser, just don't do it. Just live life in your sad house by yourself. Don't go outside.
Well, and it's not guaranteed either. Like I've seen videos of a dude in McDonald's like throwing a fit, and there's like 5 cops just tasing the crap out of him, and he's not going down.
Yeah, just makes him stronger.
Like, you ain't got nothing on me. You ain't got nothing on me.
Yeah, he's just
Man,
like, dude, 50% they work. It works 60% of the time, every time.
50% of the time, it works every time.
Yeah. One-handed lineman knives are awesome EDC. Lineman knives, like people that like run cable and shit like that. What do you think about rubber slugs? I think highly of them. Rubber baton rounds are cool to play laser tag with your friends. Jetson, thank you for the super chat. Every dollar you give to CRS is 2 more in your pocket. Give to CRS.
I think that's like the whole Bible thing. Like every good deed you do, you get 2 in return.
Oh, nice blasphemy.
Right.
Totally joking. Do not play laser tag with less than lethal shotgun rounds. That was
Dude, I had
weird.
bad experiences just with pellet guns playing laser tag.
Yeah, I know, right? Just one pump, guys. One pump.
Nobody goes one pump.
No, I'm like, yeah, sure. Click. Like,
Click. I'm gonna get him this time.
yeah, right. Damn, why? What's up with the? Nah, it's all good. I'm not gonna. Yeah. These are the baton rounds. They're dumb expensive, but I don't know. I always felt like there was a reason to have them, so I just have them like stored away. Never used them. I have fired them, and they do not feel like you are shooting a 12 gauge. I'll tell you that, obviously, because grain weight and charge and all that. But yeah, no, for sure, good shit.
I never figured out an effective way to roll them in because obviously I've at a point where I've drawn a weapon. Baton rounds are not baton rounds or not. I've still drawn a weapon, so I've escalated things to a level to where I kind of
To a
feel like
lethal.
I'd rather have real ammo in there if I have to pull the trigger.
Yeah, I mean, I only see a few applications for it, and it is if you are certain of the situation that you're going into and you have lethal cover. But let's be honest, you're never certain of the situation that you're going into. So at like best case scenario, you can put one in the pipe, like put a baton round or rubber slug, whatever you want to call it, in the pipe, and then keep a tube full of buckshot, slugs, whatever, and it could almost be like I mean, I'm not recommending this. Let me just say that, because the only thing I see is like if I go peek out my window holding my 870 and I see like 20 unarmed Antifa that are like talking about firebombing my house or something, then yeah, I may load all of them up.
But I'm thinking about like if you're staring down the barrel of a shotgun and that's not enough to change your mind, I don't think a baton, but that rubber bullet would either.
Bingo. Yeah. Here's what I'll say. If it's excuse me, if it's a younger, this is just my own anecdotal experiences. Okay, I've been in situations where younger people, like millennials, Gen Zs, or whatever like people that fall within those two generations, have had firearms pulled on them, and they don't flinch a muscle. They are completely desensitized to it. I got in a fist fight, and this dude that runs a shop locally thought that he was like, I don't know, like protecting me against these two guys that I was basically getting in a fist fight with. This was years and years ago. I was armed, but I'm not going to draw down on somebody for a stupid fist fight. And he thought that was a reason enough to, protect his patron, and ran out and drew a gun. And the kid was like, "What? You gonna pull a gun on me, bitch?" And then like pulled out his phone and was like, "I got your ass on YouTube, mother." I was like, "Do you not care that this dude is like?" It took a second for me to register, like. And that was just one situation. There's been a couple of like two other situations where younger individuals that I think are more desensitized to the presence of a firearm, they just don't care. They're like, I'm not going to get shot.
Right?
You ain't going to shoot me.
If I want less than lethal force, I got Lucille like next to my door.
Yeah.
Because then I have the option to ramp it up if I need to ramp it up higher.
Yeah, I mean, that's I don't know if I'd consider that less than lethal. It depends
I could go
on
for the arm or like the leg and just rip off some skin, but if that's not enough, then I can go for the dome.
And then they just fall down and leak with a chunk out of their arm, and they bleed out and die.
But still,
but it's less than lethal.
I'm not going to go out there with a shotgun with baton rounds.
No,
if I'm going out there with a shotgun, it's loaded up with buckshot, and in the event that, for whatever reason, I don't know, make up your own scenario in your head, that the threat keeps coming, even though I've presented a weapon, there's nothing left to do. But I'm also under the strong belief that I'm not going to present the weapon until I've already decided it needs to be used.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I wouldn't pull my gun to like try to stop the threat. Like I'd try to stop it every way I could, and then all else fails, it would come out and immediately boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, and that's why like you gotta train like you draw, shoot, draw, shoot, draw, shoot, draw, shoot. If you're gonna draw and try to talk someone down, I mean, there may be some situations, whatever, right? Like pick your individual situation that.
Yeah, there's so many nuances and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you right now that if you are drawing a firearm, it's because you are in fear of. It should be because you are in fear of imminent death and or grave bodily injury to you or another person that you're responsible for, care about, love, know, whatever, or someone that just needs your help.
I'm pretty sure it's actually written in the law that way too under the Castle Doctrine.
Yeah, I know it kind of varies state to state, but mostly that's why you, taser, 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 boom.
Dude, talk about a Monday morning minor detail missed.
Oh man. Okay, now just to go over this, your taser is yellow, your Glock is black. Okay, Glock, yellow, taser, black. No. Taser. The rest of the day, she's like getting in the car, like morning, getting her Starbucks. Taser, yellow, Glock, yellow, taser, black, and then she ends up in a situation.
Well, adrenaline does a bunch of crazy shit. Like they were doing testing, like they had this number thing that would pop up on their arm and flash numbers really quick, like just quick enough for you to be able to see it. And then they hooked them to a bungee cord, and all they had to do was catch one of the numbers. Not a single person was able to get a number.
Yeah, it's crazy what yellow Glock. I'm definitely gonna. Do I have a yellow Glock? White, blue, green, blue again. Bronze. No, that's more bronze.
Did she
I have
get
a yellow
off?
Glock. Did she get off? I think she. I know for certain she was fired immediately. Oh my God! Somebody said I forgot who it was, but I think it was in my stream where we were discussing it. Actually, somebody had said the dude when he was getting arrested, he just like was gonna take it, man. And then he felt her smooth, buttery, soft hands, and he's like, "Oh, this is this is my chance." Like he felt her lotioned, soft hands, and he was like, "Strike, attack." I'm sorry, it's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. Death is not funny. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah. Reno Mays, Cali compliant Glock is pink, so you can blame the girl. Dude, I rock. I'm down with pink, purple, blue. I have several blue guns. And I'm not talking about like blue guns like, the plastic, like all polymer, like blue guns. I'm talking about like firearms with blue receivers. Oh, I did pick up the blue Keltec Sub 2000.
Nice.
Yeah, that thing is beautiful, man. That color blue is just dope. And then I got a couple Glocks that are blue as well.
I wish you would have bought that Rock River Arms AR-10 because that was hard for me not to buy it. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I just
actually,
it is dope.
It was sitting on the counter. I walked by. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, they just don't make A2s anymore. And there it is, right there, for sale.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I was close when you called me. I was like, damn. No, not blued guns. Although I do appreciate blued steel. I am talking about literally the color blue. Like, I have a battle worn blue 17, and what's up, Montana?
What'd you wind up getting?
Just want my first shotgun. I'm gonna guess 870 because he's part of the Kim Light crew, and I'm pretty sure he's a smart man. Let's see. Remington 870. Montana, even if it's not, just say it's a Remington 870.
Screw that. Join the Mossberg crew.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of which, my Mossberg's been having hiccups lately. I think I need a new hammer spring or something.
Really?
It had a hiccup like 8 months ago. Click, no bang. And then the
Ooh,
video I just shot, click, no bang.
CZ612. Okay. Nice. So hold on. Click, no bang on a loaded chamber.
Yep.
Were you able to inspect the shell afterwards?
No,
Okay.
I should have, but I didn't.
That's what I would look at. And if you do get a like a click with no bang, what I usually say is like, bring it back like very slowly, long enough to cock the hammer, but not enough to release the other round. Yeah, then put it back in and click it again, and just keep trying to, or run the tube dry and then breech load it and just keep trying to,
Well, last time it malfunctioned too, same thing. Then the second time I tried it, boom. I just don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter in a pump gun because I just charge an next shell and go to work. But still,
right.
like, I want it fixed.
Yeah. I'm not sure what that is. Like my one of my family members hit me up and they were like, "Man, I'm having an issue with my 22." I was like, "Well, what's the issue?" It's like, "Well, every now and then I'll just get a click when I should be getting a bang." And we talked about it, and like 98% of the time he's getting a bang, and like every now and then he'll have a like a primer that won't go off, like a bad round. And I'm like, "Oh dude, it's just a 22. That's it."
That one. Did you buy Yes, I did buy tritium sights for my Benelli. I screwed up the front sight though, but when I sent it in to get the load gate machined out and a new load gate put in, they said that I could probably salvage it. So I sent them that one and the nut. I don't know how I managed to do it, but I cross-threaded that bitch.
Oh wow. Bead front. This is all you, brother. Bead front sights are the best.
Yes, they are.
Dreams. Hell yeah. If you can run a shotgun with a bead, you're a pure freaking Chad. The FRT trigger, yeah, a little bit. You want to touch on it at all first?
No, I gotta get one before I touch on that anymore.
Yeah. All I know is it's a binary trigger with a force reset.
So I had a malfunction with my Mossberg, and then I had a malfunction with my Echo trigger.
Really?
It was just a bad day today.
What?
Yeah, I pulled the trigger and the trigger stayed back. And then I had to flip it to fire and then go back to binary to make it fire again.
Do you think it could be that you had to beat the shit out of it for the first 2 years that you had it to close the receiver?
Probably. I'm assuming that had a little something to do with it.
I'm just poking fun.
Well, nobody ever showed me that. So I was, okay, it's not going in. Let's make it go in.
Yeah, and Dark to the rescue. I come in, I'm like, "Oh no, you just need to do this. Clickety click click. Just a little skilly do." I have a Frenchie Light Law 12 semi-auto. That's what's up. Nothing wrong with rifle sights on a scatter gun. No, I agree. I just something special about a gold bead.
There is, especially if it's real gold too. That's like way cooler.
I mean, is that like a thing? Or I always thought it was brass.
Well, it was on what fucking channel was that? It was either that Gunsmoke or Sons of Guns or whatever. And I felt so bad for the guy because the guy was intending them to make the entire front sight out of gold. And he said that he could keep the leftover because he gave him a decent chunk of gold.
Yeah.
They basically took the normal sight, drilled a little divot in there, and dripped the dot of gold in it.
And kept the rest of the gold.
I'm like, oh my God, I'd be so pissed because that is.
Dude.
It was clearly not what he had in mind. What he had in mind is you make a sight out of gold and put it on there, and there's going to be at least like half of this gold left over. You can keep it for doing the work. They're like,
like out of a Visine dripper.
Yeah, basically, no, it wasn't even that much. It wasn't a Visine drip worth. It was just like, drip.
Yeah.
Like a tritium insert almost. And
yeah.
So they got like, what, a couple of grand to trip.
Cleepus says, my Mossberg 500 has rifle sights, not ghost rings, ported smoothbore too, accurate with shot and rifled slugs, just a fun blaster. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't shit on the rifle sights. I have a little bit of a different like perspective than CRS on the rifle sights, but my preference is just the bead.
That's what
I could run the shit out of rifle sights on a shotty, but you know.
Well, ghost ring sights were kind of like the SDI, like they were just so pumped. And this is back Magpul videos, like they were the only ones that had tactical training videos and stuff like preaching. You got to have the ghost ring sight. This way you can zero your shotgun properly. This way you don't have to do holdovers or anything. I'm like, oh, well, I've never used ghost ring sights, so clearly I'm missing out. Like there's this huge advantage. I want to try it out. Bought my shotgun and like almost immediately, like instant disappointment. And I'm like, well, you know, maybe I got to use it longer. 10 years later, and I'm still like, oh my God, like those were the worst thing ever on a shotgun.
I will say, compared to almost every other, like, you know, rifle sights, ghost ring sights, whatever on the shotgun, the Remington 870 rifle sights on their barrel, like the ones that are actually welded to their barrel, are like tits, dude. They're awesome. They are remarkably accurate. The rear sight can snag if you have it slinged up, so you got to be aware of that. But yeah, they played too much Call of Duty. Yeah, they're excellent though. Like for aiming like a rifled slug. Oh my god.
Well, the problems I had with it was one, you know, it was the Mossberg, because the Benelli does it a little bit different. They bring the sight lower. It's basically level with their little pick rail. Well, the Mossberg don't. They throw the sight on top of the pick rail. So your cheek weld was all dicked up. You had to like hold the stock like right here. So that sucked. And then trying to track targets like through the ghost ring was incredibly difficult. There just wasn't enough visibility.
Yeah. Where was it? I saw something. Oh, DB Cooper. You may want to highlight his comment. DB Cooper, what's up, brother? He's from...
How far up is it? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, bead sights are on shotguns for a reason. Tried dumping pheasants with ghost rings. Doesn't work.
I mean, it's possible. Me and my cousin used to lay by the barn, like with Ruger 1022s, and shoot the birds that would fly out as we'd scare it up. It took a lot of tries. I'm not saying it was easy. Hella easier with a shotgun with a bead sight, but it's doable.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would say, like, anything that you train with on a regular basis and run, you know, the same or similar ammo out of it consistently, you're going to get good with, right? And then you'll develop your own preference.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I used to shit on ghost ring sights constantly until somebody finally made me understood. They're like, dude, the military has limited time, limited resources, and limited ammunition. What kind of learning curve is there for a bead sight? I'm like, that totally makes sense now, because I could zero ghost ring sight shotgun and give it to someone and they could run it. I cannot do that with a bead sight.
Yeah, and if you look at like anything that's been like, you know, kind of converted to be tactical, practical, kind of, you know, like that application, like, so I got a super shorty from Serbu, the 870 that's got a 6.5-inch barrel, little AOW. I don't have any sights on that thing. That application, like there's no reason. Now I may put one of the small tritium front sight ramps on there just to have like something to give me like something in the like absolute like low light, no light situations.
I thought you used IR and nods.
Of course I do. I just don't want them to know that. No,
I gotcha.
Yeah. I got my my IR laser on it. No, that's one thing I don't have, believe it or not. But I would either do a bead on the Super Shorty, but I kind of want to go tritium on it just because it is a little tactical. Like, I mean, that gun is for like very, very, you know, close in situations. But anything you see that's been converted, like those little 870s and Mossbergs that were converted to have an AR grip, an AR stock, a vertical grip. They put AR sights on them because some military units were going to be, training on them. So it's easiest to say, okay, everything else we have is like this, so make this like those, and then practice with it.
Bring the training time down.
Yeah.
Even
I
with
like
the
the
ACOGs,
930.
like that was the only reason they could justify that amount of money is because it drastically reduced training time. I'm told, I don't know how much accuracy this is, but I'm told it reduces training by 4 times.
Do the tritium sight, you won't regret it. Yeah, I do love. I mean, I have tritium on like everything else. What's up, Checkpoint? I love my 930. I've gotten a lot of mixed opinions on the 930. Like, I have a couple friends with 930s. One of them has a 930 and an SLP, which is a remarkable shotgun. And he's like, dude, I run the piss out of my 930, and it runs like a champ. Runs everything. Not even just high brass. Like, it'll run like, cheap, like turkey shot.
Well, I had issues too with my Benelli, and nobody has issues.
Yeah.
That's just unheard of. But I did.
Yeah, that's true. And that's a gun that should be ready to go. Like the moment you do paperwork.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I was going to be able to take it out of the cardboard box, put a shotgun shells in it, and be good to go. Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, I mean, that gun is designed to take out of the box, load up, and like it's a great home defense gun. Like that would literally send somebody like break dancing out of your door if they like charged into your house, just like dung 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 dung. Like the energy from that is just nuts. Why 930 when you can 940? Should I get G17 MOS or standard? Depends on if you want to run an optic or not. It's all preference. If you don't know, what's up, Joe Morris? And I'm sorry, Jetson, what's up, brother? I saw you earlier. I should have said what's up. If you're not sure if you want to run a red dot or not, then see if you can get your hands on a gun with a dot and get some trigger time behind it before you make a decision.
Yeah, actually, some of those Turkish blasters that are hitting the market now already come with a dot on it. You can pick up one for like $400.
Yeah.
And they're available everywhere.
Even like the Sky pistols come with like the Crimson Trace red dot on it. What do you think about the Utah's shotgun? You can start with that if you'd like.
Is that the one where it's got the 2 tubes?
That's the you're likely thinking of the KSG.
They got one like that. I think it's called the Utah's.
Yeah, I think the UTAS is very similar. Oh yeah, it is 2 tubes. Yeah, pump shotgun, very very awkward, large size kind of.
I've never seen a positive review, and I almost bought one too once. Right as they came available, the reviews started hitting YouTube, and even FPS Russia gave it a bad review, and he don't even do reviews. He said it took 4 of those shotguns to make his video, which was like 5 minutes long.
Damn. My home defense gun is a Smith & Wesson 15T, 5.56 NATO. Got her all tricked out. I'm not even familiar with that. 2 tubes, has an alternating mag feed function. Okay, so similar to the KSG. Yeah, when I handled that one, when I handled the Utah's, it just seemed gimmicky and cheap. Not to shit on your gun. Like if you got it and you run it and you love it, dude, run the piss out of it, man. Do your thing.
Right.
But I thought like the whole laser feature and the polymer felt a little less than desirable. I just didn't fall in love with it.
Well, I was watching Nothing Fancy shoot one too, and like the back of the receiver kept popping open, and then the springs rusted out on the inside. It looked like a mad mess. Now this was back when it was first hitting the market, so maybe.
Well, those did have dust covers that came up on the back, that popped open.
You could like pull up the receiver or something to clear a malfunction, from what I understand. I'd have to go back and watch his like 7-year-old video, but that was 7 years ago.
Yeah.
That has no reflection of what may be happening today.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not sure. It could be an excellent gun. I just when I was handling it, I was not impressed. And again, the whole laser thing felt gimmicky. And this is going to sound terrible, but there were always certain guns that certain people would buy. And when you work at a shop, you just know, right? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I shouldn't have said
Dude,
that.
I hit the shop thing right as the Sky came out too. So
What's
that was
that?
tough. The Sky, the pistols, the
Oh,
Sky.
yeah.
They had like every color option. Dude,
Yeah,
those things sold, and so many of those came back with people just pissed.
dude, yeah, they're terrible. I mean, they tried to implement, something like the P11, and I had several Keltec P11s that all ran 100%. Almost every single Keltec I've ever owned has run 100%, short of a couple problems with an old Gen 1 sub 2000. Every P3AT, every PF9, every P11, every sub 2000 except the one that I mentioned. They're just good guns.
Yeah, my girl actually bought her girlfriend at the time one of those, and dude, we were at the range and the pins started walking out, and it was bad.
With the
The
Sky,
trigger, yeah,
yeah.
the trigger was just ungodly heavy. It failed to feed constantly. It was a problem.
Sir Squash said, please recommend me a 5.56 threaded 20-inch heavy barrel for my binary build, and what would be the best muzzle device for recoil negation? Just out of curiosity, why do you want it to be a 20-inch heavy barrel for a binary build? And I'm assuming that by binary build, you mean like a binary trigger. Sissy Dreams has a great question. Oh yeah, Joe Morris. Sierra's Firearms, do you prefer the Velcro shell carriers that stick to the shotgun's receiver, or do you like the shot shell carriers that screw into the receiver? I have a comment on this too. Go ahead.
If I was forced to put one on my shotgun, it would be the Velcro. Like, that just seems like the way to go. I ran the plastic ones, they would drop shells. It just wasn't for me.
Yeah, I got a hard polymer, and it's a good quality. Like GG&G makes a great one. Some like the Slim Tac Star is not bad for the price. But here's what I'll say. I used to literally make fun of the Velcro side saddles. And I'd be like, dude, who would put Velcro on? Like, it's so cheesy and cheap. And it's like, I may as well just outfit all of my guns with UTG shit, right? And then,
Well, they were made by UTG back then.
yeah, that's actually true. They literally were.
And they were
Vixen
shitty and cheap.
Star. Yeah. And then I saw the video from James Reeves, him. So I didn't know, and I can't believe I didn't like conceptualize this. Like it blows my mind. So James Reeves is running the Beretta. I think it's like a 1301 or something like that, semi-auto, excellent shotgun. And he runs through he runs the tube dry, and then he runs through, breech loads the tube, runs through those, rips it off, chucks it, pulls another one out, slaps it to the side, and I'm like, oh, you're supposed to get a bunch of them like magazines. That's why. So I'm sitting here with a hard carrier on my Serbu Super Shorty, thinking like, yeah, these 6 rounds, like that's where it's at, baby. And
Yeah,
then,
but to utilize that, you'd have to have a tack vest in that. And at that point, I'd rather feed off of a side caddy. It's faster, it's more efficient, and I don't use my shotguns that way. My concept of how I would use it is I'd run it dry and drop it and grab the rifle that's next to it.
yeah, I mean, it depends like on the situation, right? But I could absolutely see like setting up either a one of those elastic AR magazine carriers, very low profile, very small. You can cover it up with a jacket, and you can literally put like 6, side saddles in there. Like now, granted, I'd rather grab I got a bandolier, I got the 12 gauge speed strips, which are really cool because if you run a revolver, you got your 38 speed strips, your 357 speed strips. It's just cool to see them massive 12 gauge speed strips, which are not that fast, ironically enough. But yeah, I mean, I could probably load faster just from the way I've been training off of my bandolier.
Well, I'm actually setting up a shotgun belt because if I went primary, I wouldn't have the shit on the side of my shotgun. I'd off the side. So I can load 4 times faster from that than popping it up, dropping it in, popping it up, dropping it in, popping it up, dropping it in. That's a whole lot of movement. I could rip, there's 4 shells. Or if I want to be safe, there's twin.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't mastered that. I will say. I picked up a bunch of these. These are the Safariland 2 shell holders. I think I have 4 or 5.
That's not going to work because it's positioning them wrong.
No,
you don't
dude.
Want to unless you're doing a single.
So it's literally perfect. The angle, the position, they're concealable. So if you're running an instructor belt, it holds them perfectly to where you can literally grab if you're loading singles, right? If you're trying to load doubles, it ain't gonna work. I mean, you can grab one in your hand and then go grab the second one, and you could stack them like that if you wanted to, but I'm not a double loader or a quad loader. But these literally, if you just have a dead space in your belt, just clip them to, or if you're building a shotgun belt, like you said, like a war belt specifically for a shotgun, man, these things are tits, man. They're awesome. Love these. Safariland, you can get them for $7. Yeah, they're great.
The only thing I don't know, so I got this war belt, right? Do I put a pistol on it, or do I just carry a shit ton of shotgun ammo?
Do you have room for a pistol?
Huh?
Do you have room for a pistol on it?
I don't have anything on it yet. I got the belt, and then I got 1 caddy on there. Because I'm still trying to figure out how I want it configured.
Personally, I'd put a pistol. But
I could see where a pistol would come into play with a shotgun. With a rifle, no. I'm just going to carry extra mags.
Even with a rifle, I'd carry a secondary. And to answer your question, the guy who was talking about the binary build with the 20-inch barrel, if you're, it sounds like you're trying to build kind of almost like a RPK style, light machine gun style AR, something with a heavy barrel that you can just dump rounds through that won't cook your shit. It all depends on what you want to spend, because if you could go even Faxon or Ballistic Advantage for more value barrels. Faxon does some good stuff. But honestly, if you really want to go on the higher end, you could get a Wilson Combat AR stainless heavy barrel. Those things are tanks.
See, I'd go FN. They make machine gun barrels. It's literally the saw barrel, just cut differently.
Yeah, FM barrels too. Yeah, those would be great. Noveski makes excellent barrels. BCM. Really, it just can't really go wrong.
It's getting late and I'm starting to yawn. I think we're going to shut her down. Get in your last questions and then call it a night.
Yeah, I'm going to pass out. I'm actually going to get sleep tonight.
That's my plan, but usually if I'm okay, I got to get sleep tonight, it doesn't happen that way.
Yeah, I know. But then it's not stainless steel. Well, take a Dremel to it. polish it. I mean,
Stainless steel is bad for heat transfer anyway.
I mean, if you're really like dedicated, if you're committed to stainless steel, I would say Wilson Combat, Noveski. I don't know who the hell.
Dude, there's a lot of them.
I know.
Arms, Armor Light, like there's
Yeah,
a
that's
lot
true.
of
Yeah,
them.
Rock River too. Yeah. There's so many. I'm just trying to think of like who would be like higher, like the Gucci. But whatever, you get it. Get a Christensen arms barrel and don't overshoot it. No, I'm kidding. Just joking.
You do have to be careful with stainless steel though, because they don't dissipate heat well at all.
Really?
Well, yeah, because it's how the material is. Like, for example, this is black, so it's going to absorb heat. However, it also dissipates heat really well. Shiny reflective surfaces, that's why you'll see it in like your heating ducts or fire suits or the thermal blankets. They're all shiny because they reflect heat. And stainless steel is a reflective metal with a lot of chromium all the way through it. So the energy just bounces around inside and it takes forever to leave the metal. That's why, like, when Iraq veteran did a mag dump on a stainless steel barrel, it didn't just like droop or slowly lose the rifle and it just blew up because you can overheat them. They don't get rid of the heat well.
Yeah.
Shiny objects deflect heat, but they also don't radiate heat. Dark objects absorb heat, but they also radiate heat.
Oh, Knights. Yeah. I don't know if does Knights make stainless barrels?
Can you even buy something that's Knights?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the 20-inch barrels for accuracy and the binaries for fun. Honestly, I mean, you could set up like basically like an RPK style machine gun, but in an AR platform, or machine gun type of platform. Someone else said something. Oh, just get a Mossberg Maverick 88 and be done with it. Yeah. The $199 shotgun that is like spot on.
It is. They did a good job putting that together. They hit just the right things.
Yeah.
Spray paint it and call it a day.
Yep. Oh, and I'll be doing my paint tutorials because like I paint so many of my guns, do a lot of battle worn shit, and I have an excellent method for anyone. Like you could have never painted. Well, you could be have little experience in painting and take this method that I have and do some serious work that people will be like, damn, who Cerakoted that? You're going to be like, I painted it with a rattle can in my backyard. One thing I'm going to say that I'm very displeased about, I am very upset, I am saddened, but it's okay, I'll make it through it, is that I am learning that if you shoot a 9mm through an 8-inch barrel, like a PDW barrel, and a 16-inch barrel, there's only about 50 feet per second of a difference between an 8-inch barrel and a 16-inch barrel. How is that possible?
I think 45 ACP actually slows down. I don't know what the exact barrel length is, but there's only so much pistol powder, and then all of a sudden the barrel's putting more of a drag instead of an acceleration on it.
Yeah, I mean, it does maximize the performance, and it depends on what ammo, right? Like through the Kel-Tec with the 16.5-inch barrel, like if I'm running like the Liberty Civil Defense, like that shit's at like 2,300 feet per second in a 9mm.
That's cruising.
Yeah, it blows through soft armor like that. Like
I bet it does.
Yeah, and the 9mm BPLE, that shit.
Soft armor stepping back like, whoa, we didn't know it was like that.
Yeah,
like, it's 2,300 feet per second. Like,
yeah.
Come on, guys. We're practically at AK velocities.
I know, right? Basically, yeah. He said, good luck finding a Maverick 88. No, true that.
But all right, I'm going to shut her down.
Cool. All right, brother.
Thanks
for having me on, man.
In the chat. Yep,
yeah,
definitely appreciate it. Check out his channel.
Yep. Go. Over here, DLD After Dark. We do a bunch of cool shit. Guns, survival, explosives, everything. Check us
And
out.
definitely subscribe to my automotive channel so I can get to 1,000 real quick, because that unlocks so many options once you get 1,000.
Yeah, I mean, guys, if you ever have found yourself like wondering, what you're going to do for a slow afternoon, a good poop on the toilet, sub to his automotive channel, and you're going to just be, gleeful finding all this wonderful content, and you deserve it. You deserve it. Make sure you subscribe.
Do it
Smash
for
that like
you.
button. Penetrate the like button. Yeah, don't do it for him. Don't do it for him. Do it for you. You deserve it.
Yes.
Because you're worth it. No, seriously though, sub to my channel right now. Stop what you're doing. Smack your kid, push your wife, sub to my channel, and then do the same thing to CRS. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. Thank you for having me. I'm just a guest.
You guys have a good night.
You too.